me introduce you to Ben Baker. Hi, Ben.
Hello, Judith. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Now, Ben has over 25 years of experience guiding clients through effective communication amidst change. He's a master storyteller, and through his engaging content, Ben empowers individuals to understand the why behind change and unleash their potential for growth. So, Ben, I know you're all about effective internal communication to align teams. So tell me, how can companies do this in an innovative way?
Well, the question is it innovative or is it iterative? I mean, I take a look at things and sit there and say, most things under the sun are iterations of the ideas out there. There's thousands of different concepts. It's just a matter of figuring out which are the best concepts for you. There's technology out there, there's practices, there are ideas out there. And the best thing that companies can do is not try to be like everybody else, but try to be like them. And sit there and say, who are they as an organization? What do they believe? Why do they believe it? Where are they trying to go and why are they trying to get there? What is holding them back? And how do they sit there and go, all right, how do we take all these factors and build a bridge from where I want to be from where I am? And I think that if we take a look there and we look at things and sit there and say, as leaders, our job is to inspire, our job is to communicate, our job is to listen, our job is to help people understand how change is going to be good for them as well as good for the corporation. We tend to succeed. And I think that this is something that every organization needs to do in their own individual way, based on the size of the company, based on the how wide a scope the company is. Are they national? Are they international? Do we have multiple languages that we're dealing with? What's the culture of the organization? There's a whole bunch of different factors. But once those things are understood, it comes down to sit there and say, all right, how do we tell a story that everybody's not only going to listen to, but they're going to embrace, they're going to internalize, they're going to recall, and they're going to retell?
That's brilliant, Ben. Thank you for that. So I'm curious about the narration of stories. Is there a way to make the stories innovative, or should we not, in terms of communication, should we not worry about making it innovative? Should we just try to tell the story?
I think you need to tell stories in such a way that they are understood and they're valued.
Mm-hmm.
This may mean being extremely creative. If you're a brand new brand and you want to sit there and differentiate yourself completely in the marketplace, your story is going to might be complex, but it might be completely simple. There's a lot of value in simplicity, because if you can tell a simple story that's easily repeatable, people will repeat it. But if you overcomplex things and if you try to make things too innovative, people are sitting there going, wait a second here, I've never seen this before, I don't trust it. Or if you try to make things too complex, there's going, I don't understand it, I can't repeat it, and I can't and I don't know how to embrace it.
Okay, that's cool. So in terms of brands then, would you say that Coke is an innovative brand, or would you say it's not because it's such an old brand?
Well, it all depends where you're looking at Coca-Cola. Are you looking at Coca-Cola in terms of, the sugary fizzy water? Or are you looking at Coca-Cola as an overall brand with multiple products underneath its parent brand? Because Coca-Cola owns over 100 brands. And you need to sit there and say, okay, it's going to innovate in its terms of its branding and its messaging and its market based on what it is. But if you're looking at the traditional sugary fizzy water, which I love, by the way, I'm a big fan of the sugary fizzy water, but people buy it because it's old and true. It's about emotion, it's about evoking remembering, it's about tradition. And that's why people come back to Coca-Cola every single year, is because it is, what it's always has been. Think about the uproar there was when there was New Coke. New Coke died because people sit there going, I want my old Coke back.
Do you think it was just as simple as the formula for that, or do you think that they over innovated when they didn't need to?
I think that they got scared of the Pepsi challenge. Let's be plain and simple about it. It was a response to the Pepsi challenge where they're sitting there going, "Oh my God, there's a certain percentage of people out there that actually like Pepsi. We need to change." And I'm sitting there going, if you look at the market share of Coca-Cola and Pepsi over the last 50 to 75 years, there's probably a delta of 3 to 5%. There's 3 to 5%, but don't forget, there's probably billions of dollars within that 3 to 5%. And that's what they're fighting over. Coke, people that are diehard Coke fans are diehard Coke fans. People that are Pepsi fans are diehard Pepsi fans. And people who love 7-Up are never going to drink either or. But what we need to understand is we're fighting over those 3 to 5% whose mind could change. And I think that the response of the new Coke was going, "Oh my God, how do we get those people back?" And I think that they did it the wrong way, but only time told.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Ben.